Today I have migraine. Oh my god. It has been such a terrible morning, guys. For real. For those who have never experienced migraine or rarely, get headaches, I'm really glad you don't have to go through this. But for people like me who suffer from migraines, I truly empathize with you guys. I've been using this natural supplement now. The name is Extension Life Extension Migra is. And no, I'm not trying to promote it. It's not a sponsor. Shouldn't be a problem though, but it's not a sponsor. But I just want to share what generally helps me, those with these migraines that I have. They work well for me, and I like to share, my knowledge when I have a chance. So you might wonder, okay, so why are you complaining then if you have these supplements? The reason is that two reasons actually. The first reason is that with supplements, it's usually better to take breaks after a few weeks, It's never good to to always have them. But also I acknowledge that I've been incredibly busy these past few months. You have no idea how much I did. I made a lot of trial and error with my project, a lot of experiments. And when you do that, it can cause a mismatch with what used to be my life, with what used to be my clarity, my direction, my balance, affecting my mental performance. Okay. As with my migraine that I mentioned, and my discipline, of course. And as a consequence, I have this big headache these days. Now it's less. Now it's actually less, but it was terrible this morning. Hi guys, my name is Fabio from Journey to Success and welcome. Why am I here today? Is it to talk about my migraine? No, absolutely not. Today I want to discuss clarity and direction. These two elements are essential for discipline and balance, right? So while trial and error can help you find a clearer path, guys, it can also create uncertainty in an unclear environment, right? And that's what we are going to talk about today. But before we go forward, as always, please subscribe so I know this is the right direction to lead you guys, to drive you, and to guide you towards your journey to success. And let's get started, all right, as always. So, people sometimes say to me, "Oh, you are so disciplined. You never miss an episode, etc., etc." So the truth is that most of the time, being disciplined is not heavy. The two big elements that you have to consider are basically our clarity and direction. Okay, that's it. But what is clarity first? Let's talk about clarity. Clarity is about understanding what you truly want and where you want to go, guys. Okay. So it is the ability to visualize your goals clearly and define what success looks like. When you have clarity, you can make decisions more easily because you know what aligns with your goals. Okay. And without clarity, without it, any choice you make can feel like a shot in the dark, basically. So, how do you achieve clarity? It often starts with introspection, all right? So, take some time to reflect on your values, some time to reflect on your passions, what truly matters to you. And ask yourself questions like, what do I enjoy doing? What makes me feel fulfilled? What are my long term goals? Okay. Once you have defined those aspects, it becomes much easier to set your direction. So now let's talk about direction. Direction is essentially the path you choose to take in pursuit of your goals. Okay. And it's when you have a clear understanding of your desired outcome, your desired goal, basically. And you can figure out the step to reach it. Okay. So remember, it's okay to shift and adjust your direction if you find that sometimes it's not working. That's okay. Life is dynamic. Sometimes our goals evolve as we grow. But the key is to consistently check in with yourself. So ensure that your direction still aligns with your clarity, okay? So combining clarity and direction in your daily life can have a profound impact on your discipline. And when you know where you're going, it is so much easier to stay committed and focused and have more freedom, of course, even in your busy seasons of life, because you become more confident. You become more confident thanks to a clear purpose guiding you. So if you are clear, hmm, and know the direction to take, guys, there is no problem. You will always find the path to discipline, okay? But what happens when we do a lot of trial and errors so many times? That was my case in my last months, for example. When we engage in trial and error, it's often a necessary part of the learning process, okay? However, it can also lead to moments of confusion and uncertainty. You might find yourself trying different paths without a clear sense of what you have to do. And, you know, in this case, it is important to have clarity and direction in your pocket. It's very important. Trial and error can be beneficial because it allows us to explore various approaches, guys. Okay. It allows us to discover what works for us and especially what doesn't, to perfect what does, okay, to master what does and learn from our mistakes. So it is a process, sorry, that promotes growth and adaptability. But on the flip side, if you're always shifting gears without a clear focus, you might end up feeling exhausted, without energy, sometimes with physical problems, like in my case, which was the headache, for example. So the key is to ensure each trial aligns with your overall vision. And to actually navigate through trial and error, it is important to keep checking back with your clarity, okay? So ask yourself, is this new approach taking me closer to my goals? Yes or not? Is I'm still aligned with what I truly want, etc., etc. All right, these are the questions you have to make to yourself. Reflecting on yourself also helps avoid wasting time, and changing direction frequently. And also embrace the idea that not every attempt will deliver the results you desire. It doesn't work like that, okay? It's okay to fail. It's how we learn. Just remember that the ultimate goal is to refine your approach based on what you learn from each experience, okay? And for this, I sometimes like to advise a journal. So keep a journal of your trials. Documenting successes and failures can provide powerful insights that can enhance your clarity, guys. And they can guide you towards a different future. So, in conclusion, clarity, direction, and let's call it the gameness to embrace trial and error are essential components of your journey. They work together to create a framework for discipline and focus that empowers you to move forward with confidence, okay? And when you understand where you want to go, you can approach a trial with a mindset of experimentation rather than confusion. And when clarity, direction, and discipline, you know, move in unison, then you have balance. Balance. So beautiful. In the journey towards success, balance is a crucial component that is always underrated. Even by me. Once you have established clarity and direction, and with the sum of the two you have discipline, achieving balance, guys, becomes much easier. But what exactly does balance mean in this context? Balance refers to finding an equilibrium in your life where you can pursue your goals without sacrificing other important aspects of your well being. Okay? It's about ensuring that you allocate time and energy not just to your inspirations, guys, but also to your health, relationships, personal growth. And when you're in balance, you can navigate challenges better without feeling overwhelmed or risk of burnout. So, why is balance so essential? Because without it, pursuing your goals can lead to stress, anxiety, or even physical health issues, such as my recent migraine. And when you're out of balance, it can be easy to fall into a cycle where you neglect, your mental and physical health in pursuit of achievement, causing your clarity and direction to suffer. So, to achieve balance, it is important to prioritize self care alongside your ambitions. Okay. So, this includes setting boundaries between your personal projects and or your personal life. It is important also taking breaks, assuring you engage in activities that energize and inspire you, regularly checking with yourself and consider whether you are dedicating enough time to elements like peace, fun activities, and social connections. And additionally, keep in mind that embracing balance is not one time task, but an ongoing process, okay? Life is dynamic, guys, and circumstances change as your goals and your responsibilities evolve. Okay, so in this case, you always need balance. So stay flexible, be willing to adjust your routine and prioritize to find that equilibrium again. Okay, incorporating practices like mindfulness, reflection, gratitude can also enhance your sense of balance. So by recognizing, what matters most to you and honoring those aspects in your life, you create sustainable approach to your journey. Okay. And lastly, when clarity, direction, discipline, and balance, work together, they create harmonious path towards your goals, of course. And this synergy not only promotes progress and success, but also boosts your overall well-being, okay? Helping you succeed as you pursue your journey. All right, guys, before we wrap up, let's take a moment to highlight and dive deeper into the key points we've discussed today. First and foremost, I share a bit about my morning struggle that I had this morning with migraine, which, as tough as it is, has offered me some important insight today and inspiration also. Since today's episode is supposed to be something totally different, by the way. And it serves as a reminder of how our mental performance can impact our physical and overall clarity. All right. Now, focusing back on the main themes of clarity and direction. Clarity is the keystone of your journey, guys. It's about knowing what you generally want and having a clear vision of your destination. So ask yourself, how often do you take the time for reflection? Reflecting on your values. So your values, your principles, and patience also. That's very crucial. It's a practice, that helps you become more aware of what truly matters to you. And when we translate clarity into direction, we begin crafting a roadmap to achieve our goals. All right. Knowing your final destination is, of course, like planning a road trip. So it helps you figure out each turn and stop along the way. So it becomes clear and clear. We all will face moments when we felt lost. Okay, so it is critical to regularly check in with our clarity. But doing this will transform uncertainty into confidence and determination. Okay, so as we journey through life, trial and error can often become our companion. Embracing this process is essential, of course. And it is a natural part of learning, okay? It might feel chaotic sometimes, but every attempt, successful or not, provides valuable lesson. And when trying out different options, having a clear idea of what you want exactly right now will help you stay on track and ensure your actions align with your true goals. And that brings us to discipline. Many people might see the long term commitment, I've maintained with this podcast and think discipline is a hard thing. But in true, it's about having that clarity and direction to guide you. When you understand your goals and how to pursue them, maintaining discipline becomes less of a commitment and more of a natural byproduct, of living with purpose. And let's not forget the importance of balance, of course. Balance is about adjusting your aspirations with your well being. It's vital to recognize that while pursuing success is rewarding, of course, neglecting your health or personal life in the process can lead to bad outcomes, all right, which emerged from months of busyness and imbalance. It's a wake up call to ensure that your ambition doesn't overshadow your health and happiness, of course. So, implementing practices such as self care, setting boundaries can help you maintain balance. Then it's cool. Then you can figure out everything in a balanced way, in your most energetic way to understand your goal. It's perfectly okay to step back also and ensure that you are feeding not only your ambition, guys, but also your body and soul. So checking in with yourself regularly in a way that, you know, to keep the focus on and to understand what truly matters, as long as you're making, your life, of course, enjoyable and meaningful. And now, it's also important incorporating mindfulness and gratitude into your daily routine. And this can vastly improve your sense of balance. So, by valuing what matters most to you, guys, you create a lasting path to success, one that doesn't compromise your well being. So, in summary, when clarity, direction, discipline, and balance coexist, all together, you set the stage for success. It's a lovely cycle that stimulates growth, guys, and boosts your overall well being. As we embark on our individual journeys, of course, keeping these elements in mind can guide us through the challenges and achievements. So let's take a moment to reflect on what we are taking away from today. Whether it's the reminder to maintain, clarity in your goals, the importance of direction in your path, the necessity of discipline, or the practice of balance. These insights, guys, can empower you as you pursue your path to success, okay? Now, I would like to hear from you. How do you maintain balance in your life while pursuing your goals? What practices help you stay clear and directed on your journey? Send me a message, share your story as always, or connect with me on Substack. Your insights are priceless. And if you found today's episode helpful, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an update. And remember, sharing this episode with a friend who could, use a little guidance on their journey can make a big difference. And these guys, thank you for joining me on Journey to Success. Together we're going to create a path toward clarity, direction, discipline, and balance, all right? I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, and have a great day. Cheers.